This is TV 47 at 1. The united opposition is currently addressing the media on fuel prices, so let's cross over and listen in.
Ruto was the Minister for Agriculture, and he was fired by the then Prime Minister, the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Truly, you can't change the character of a man. In the so-called G2G arrangement, Gulf Energy, William Ruto's proxy, via a letter dated 21st March 2026, addressed with then PS State Department of Petroleum, Mr. Liban Mohammed, confirmed their inability to supply fuel and triggered a delivery default. Note that Gulf Energy supplies 4 out of 6, or 67% of the monthly fuel cargoes, leaving the other 5 oil marketing companies to supply the balance of 20%, or 2 cargoes imported under the so-called G2G framework. Since the IOCs in the so-called G2G framework agreement could not evacuate fuel through Strait of Hormuz and had communicated their inability to perform their contractual obligations, triggering a delivery default, the 3 government officers invoked relevant provisions of the Petroleum Importation Regulations 2023 and implemented a government directive issued by the National Security Council Committee via a letter dated 9th March 2026, reference number OP CAB 3/55A, to explore and implement strategies to diversify petroleum import sources beyond single region, reducing dependency and enhancing national energy security. As such, the above decision was implemented. On 18th March 2026, the State Department of Petroleum, a meeting of the Vessel Alignment Committee, which was chaired by one Joseph Wafula, was held to review the supply position and replenishment plan. The meeting was attended by 13 local oil marketing companies. During this meeting, it was recognized that there is a likely shortage or supply of petroleum products, and in accordance with Clause 21, Petroleum Import Regulations 2023, the 13 oil marketing companies were invited to submit an expression of interest for the emergency supply of contingency fuel stocks for delivery on or before 28th to 30th March 2026. It is important to note that only 4 of the 13 oil marketing companies submitted their bids within the stipulated timeframe. The awards for the supply of emergency contingency stocks was duly awarded to the 2 lowest technically compliant oil marketing board bidders, with the condition that the supply required a quality waiver from Kenya National Bureau of Standards, KEBS. Note this was also in line with Clause 8.1 Petroleum Import Regulations 2023, an international best practice as seen in other countries who had relaxed fuel specifications following the effects of the Middle East crisis. Subsequently, via a letter dated 28th March 2026, reference MITI/CS/Volume 1/Waiver Number 3, signed by Honorable Lee Kenyanjui, CS Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, addressed to the Honorable P.O. Wandai, granted waiver for oxygenates, manganese, sulfur, and benzene parameters in the KSES 158/2025. The following companies were awarded, who are the 2 lowest bidders: 1 Petroleum and Oryx. These were contingency cargoes with delivery dates on or before 30th March 2026. Their supply position was to provide fuel cover for 2 weeks, thus ensuring product availability during the Easter holidays. But where is the mischief of the oil cartels? William Ruto was well appraised.
We will keep you up to date with the details of this very developing story. Meanwhile,